Hi guys, Dragon Warrior Reviews here. Today I'm going to be showing you the Hot Toys Marrok figure from Star Wars The Ahsoka Show. So this is going to be the last Hot Toys Ahsoka line figure I will be getting. Anyway, as you can see on the box, we have a picture of the prototype version of Marrok holding his lightsaber. Usually on Star Wars figures, you usually see the prototype pictures on the boxes, and then inside the product is either slightly better or slightly worse. I think the final product is not as much weathering, but we will find out when we get him out of the box. Then it says Star Wars, then another picture down here of Marrok, then it says Marrok here. Also, we have the usual Ahsoka line sort of slip cover thing here, or banner, the wall between his world, as you can see in the background, and Marrok here, his arm continues here, and you can see his lightsaber. And on the sides here, as per usual, we have these flappy bits of cardboard. We have another picture of Marrok here with his cape on and him holding his lightsaber. Be careful with these pieces, they get bent very easily. Hot Toys should honestly glue this piece down, so it's less likely to blooming get bent. But it's not the end of the world. And then on the back here, it's a load of legal informations and Hot Toys store locations. As per usual with Star Wars figures, we get this awesome background underneath the main cover. And basically it's Marrok here, as you can see. Same pose as we saw on the front of the box. Unfortunately, I kind of wish it was a little bit different. But as you can see in the background, we got the forest where Ahsoka and Marrok fought. And then, as you can see, I think we can see even sparks. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Lightsaber sparks, maybe where they've been fighting. And you can also see, I think that's the star map as well on the background as well. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool background. These backgrounds are always very, very awesome. And obviously, if we remove this background, always a bit stiff today. Here we go. Here we go. We have Marrok in his clam tray. Alright, here we go. We have Marrok here looking very awesome. My first impressions of the figure so far is, it looks good. I am noticing quite a bit of weathering, which is good. And those lightsaber blades, these look a little bit pinky. Oh, I'm not sure. The red, the saturation does look pretty good, actually. Okay. And obviously, these lightsaber hilts are very, very well weathered. And also, we have his cape as well. Anyway, let's get Marrok and all of his accessories out of the box so we can take a closer look at him and everything he comes with. So these are the hands we get. So first of all, let's talk about like the detail. So we got that sort of rusty sort of detail Marrok has on his armor, and the hands, they're sculpted well. You can see some wrinkles in the gloves there, pretty cool. Unfortunately, we only get one of this gesturing hand, but yeah, a little hand you can use, maybe him using the force or something, I don't know, something like that. Then you get two lightsaber holding hands, as you can see, and unfortunately, one fisted hand. And already installed on the figure, we get two open palm hands. We also get this switch out gauntlet, as you know in episode 2, after he finished fighting Ahsoka, he got sort of like a message on his gauntlet, as you can see, and it opened up. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like a message telling him to get back on the ship, or the ship's taken off or something, because he had to, stop Ahsoka stopping the shipment, so they can make the massive hyperspace ring to get to Thrawn. But yeah, it's pretty cool, really well weathered, and yeah, really, really like that. Now, what isn't really well weathered is this cape. So the prototype of this cape was absolutely awesome. At the bottom, the weathering was crazy, like really well done. Maybe it wasn't accurate to the show, and maybe that's why they toned it down a little bit, because I don't remember if his cape was really weathered in the show. He only wore the cape a little bit. But unfortunately, the weathering is really toned down, really softened down. You can really notice it a little bit on the cape. Also, there's loads of holes in the cape, which is good. Some nice battle damage there. Like the cape's very old and stuff. To put the cape on, you have to remove his head, by the way. I'm pretty sure this cape isn't made out of pleather. I'm pretty sure this is made out the same. I'm pretty sure this is the same material they used for the 1989 Batman 2.0 figures cape, which is good. So this cape won't degrade over time. But I kind of, even if it's not accurate, I kind of wish they had the same amount of weathering we got on the prototype of this cape. Next, we got the display base here. So this is just a usual Star Wars display base we usually get, but like the IG-12 figure, the display base is really, really damaged, which is really good. I love the scratching on it. It's really, really good. Chipping on the edges. It is very good, and it really suits Marrok. Now we get two versions of his lightsaber. We get sort of the half-circle version of his saber. This is when it's not in spinning mode, and wow, this is really well weathered. This is my favorite lightsaber, or favorite Inquisitor lightsaber design out of all of the Inquisitors. I actually have this saber, I have a replica of this saber in real life. There's a review on the channel, make sure to go check that out. And yeah, it's really, really awesome, as you can see. And then we have the full circle version of the lightsaber. This is when it's in spinning mode, and the lightsaber will start spinning in Star Wars. And it's really well weathered, just like the other one. And it is absolutely awesome. Also, we get 2 red blades, as you would expect. The saturation is pretty good on the red there. It looks pretty decent. And it looks pretty good in the lightsaber, as you can see. And as per usual, we get some swooshing blades, as you can see. Yeah, this will make, if you have them posed like this, it'll look like the lightsaber is spinning, which is really, really awesome. I kind of wish they added like a proper spinning like version, like it would look like spinning. So you have like lightsaber swooshing effects everywhere here. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. It looks pretty good like this as a spinning pose. And also, you get 2 USB versions of both of the sabers, like you would expect. I just realized I left the junction box in the box. Here we go. Basically, you're going to plug this on the display base and then plug the lightsabers into this and probably use his cape to hide it. You can, it shows in the instructions that you can take off the gauntlet and feed it for his outfit or something like that, which I will not be doing. I'll just use the cape to cover it when I show it to you. I will try out I don't think I've ever tried out one of the red USB lightsabers before, so I'll try it out today. And yeah, so anyway, let's get Marrok out here and take a closer look at the figure. Alright, here we go. We got Marrok standing in front of us. So, I put him in a slight pose. Basically, I noticed in Marrok, he sort of stands a little bit weird in the show, a little bit like this in the show. I actually stand like that in real life sometimes as well. I kind of wanted to do something similar while I show you all the details on the figure. And I also put his lightsaber on his back as well. So yeah, honestly, what do I think of this figure so far? First of all, I feel like looking at him, I feel like the details, like the weathering is good on the figure. I feel like they're softened a little bit though, the weathering. I'm not sure if they're as vibrant. Maybe it's more accurate, I don't know. But he does look very awesome, and it really does look like Marrok, a very basic sort of guy in sort of medieval armor. I love that they got inspiration from like medieval armor and then sort of added their own Star Wars twist on it, if you know what I mean. This helmet, I've seen this helmet like in real life. I swear in a museum before. This is actually a helmet Knights used before, and Star Wars has just like, you know, made it into like a Star Wars version by painting it black and stuff, which is really awesome. And yeah, anyway, let's take a closer look at the head sculpt first of all. So here we go. So it is looking absolutely awesome. The weathering is very good on it. Now I take a closer look. Actually, the weathering does it really look that soft actually? I don't know. I think it actually does look pretty good now I look at it more. Yeah, it does look good. And this is definitely one of my favorite helmet designs in Star Wars. It is very, very awesome. And on the top here, you can notice a lot of that weathering. It is very awesome. Now, there's something I really don't like about this helmet, and let's talk about it in a sec. Before I do that, we've got this little red. Is that meant to be a light there? It's pretty cool, and some like little like vents there. That's pretty cool. Now, what I don't like about it is, as you can see, the eye holes. They are the same color, roughly, as the mask. Yeah, it is the same color, yeah, same grey color, but it's not textured like the mask or, yeah, the helmet. Now, in my opinion, those should be painted black, because as you know in the show, when you look at Marrok's mask, all you can see in those eye holes is black. And I don't know why they are grey. I thought they would fix that in the final production, but they haven't. I think what they should have done is made those holes a little deeper and painted them black so it looks a lot better. I'm hoping if you have this figure displayed on a shelf in sort of normal lighting, you won't really notice it. But honestly, when I got him out of the box, it was super noticeable. To be fair, it's quite bright in this room, but yeah, it's really awesome still. It is a little bit of a nitpick there, but it's still a very awesome helmet. Now, down there, I think that's pleather. I can't tell. I literally looked at the blogger photos and I thought that wasn't pleather anymore. In the prototype it was, but I can't tell. Is that pleather? I think that is pleather. I can't tell. I don't think that's the same material I made in the outfit. The rest of the outfit isn't pleather, I'm pretty sure. But this neck piece, I think it is. Don't quote me, I have no idea. But now, yeah, as you can see, we've got the chest plate here. Pretty basic. This entire look is very basic, which I really like. But it's, as you can see, there's a lot of that browny, rusty sort of look to him, which is very, very awesome. Really, really like that. And the outfit, I really like the outfit there. It's really nice. And on the back, the lightsaber fits really, really well. But if you take the lightsaber off, I have a slight complaint. So I'm going to do this in camera. Come on. Okay, I don't think I can take it off on camera. We'll talk about this once I finish showing you the rest of the figure. But Let's move down. The back is very, very weathered, as you can see. And the gauntlets, whoa, they look really good, actually. Look at the weathering on that. I mean, there's a lot more, I think, on the gauntlets there. And on this one as well. Don't think there is as much on this one. Oh, no, there is, actually. That's really, really cool. And now, I will turn the flash on soon, so I can give you a better look. But the actual outfit is weathered. Like, these trousers are very baggy, as you can see. Very cool. Or quite baggy, yeah. But also, there's some dirt and grime on them, which I really respect. If they kept these clean, it really wouldn't have been as cool, so I'm glad they weathered them. I don't think the arms are weathered, unfortunately. Not the end of the wall, at least the trousers are. And then at the bottom, he's got his shin pads, not knee guards, what the hell. And as you can see, we got his boots and his boots. Split cut boot design there. Wait, wait. Oh, that's sculpted. I'm not gonna lie, that actually looks fabric. That actually looks incredible. These are his socks, I think. That looks amazing. I literally touched it a second ago and thought, wait, is that more pleather? But I was like, no. They are really, really well done. That is really, really well sculpted there. And yeah, his shoes look very, very awesome. Alright, I got the flash on so you can notice a bit more of the detail. Actually, there is a little bit of weathering on the arm. Okay, you see, when you put the flash on, you notice these more details. Yeah, there's a little bit of weathering on the arm. I'm not sure if there's a little bit of paint rub. No, it's not. I think they've put a slight bit of weathering on these arms. I love that, and as you can see, the trousers are way more weathered. It's really, really awesome. Like, you can notice a lot more of the details. Yeah, I think the weathering is definitely really awesome. I think it is just as much as the prototype. Yeah, the weathering doesn't seem soft, ladies and gentlemen. It's just because I didn't shine enough light on it. I think the weathering is great. So far, this figure is pretty bang on, I would say, other than the pleather, I think. I don't know if it is pleather, I'm not sure. It's a nice tread at the bottom there. The tread isn't weathered, but no one's going to see him like that. And now, I got a complaint here. I'm pretty sure this is not accurate, this little clip here. It's not weathered. I'm pretty sure on the show, when he didn't have his lightsaber on the back, it wasn't there. So I don't know why they didn't use magnets. Maybe it was there. If it was there, I apologise. But I'm pretty sure I watched a clip the other day and this wasn't here. Maybe it's like, was here on the movie prop when they actually put the saber on his back. This was him and they removed it after he took the saber off his back. Maybe it's accurate to the costume. But I kind of wish that maybe this part was removable by magnets. Maybe if it couldn't... Like, the Grand Inquisitor lightsaber was magnetic when you put it on his back. But this one isn't. Maybe the lightsaber needs this. And maybe... I don't know. It's not the end of the world, really. Usually you don't look at your figures from the back. But yeah. Now I think it's time to try out the cape and see what he looks like with his cape. Alright, here we go. By the way, I just want to say that Marrok wears his cape sort of like this in the show. I just checked back at the Ahsoka show, episode 1, where we first saw Marrok walking near Balin's skull and Shin Hati and Morgan. And he was walking around with a cape like this. And his lightsaber was like this. It was exposed, so it was sort of like the cape was behind it, if you know what I mean. And I think it looks really, really awesome, actually. It's pretty good. Now, in the show, I'm pretty sure the cape didn't go around his neck. I don't think. I think it actually connected to the side of his armor because you can see the end of the cape here. I'm not sure if this is entirely accurate, but it's not the end of the world. Maybe it is. Maybe I don't know if I noticed a part around his neck as well. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because he didn't really wear the cape that much. I remember how he took it off. He just I think he unclipped some buttons, so he just flicked it off his shoulder or something. I don't really remember, but it may not be 100% accurate, but it's awesome. Anyway, I love the holes you can see, and the damage at the bottom, it's not damage. The weathering's okay, but it's definitely not that good, to be fair. But it does look good. I won't be using the cape in my display personally, but it does look good. Like in this pose here, it's not really a pose, or it sort of is, because he did stand sort of like this in the show. When he was walking, but it does look really, really awesome, and I do really like this, actually. It is quite good, and yeah. Just using the flash quickly so we can shine a bit of light on that cape. Yeah, the weathering could be better on the bottom there. Maybe, like I said in earlier, maybe they toned down the weathering because it was more accurate. I don't really remember. It's sometimes hard to tell when you're watching movies and stuff, but also shows. But no, I think it's fine. It's really not that bad. I'm not as disappointed as I was before. I think the cape's subtle, but it looks good. Yeah, I really like this. I can't get my eyes off it. I really like this look, actually. It's really, really good with the lightsaber at the back. Wow, I really like this. Anyway, I think it's time to get Marrok in his first pose. In his first pose, I am going to use the LED lightsaber so we can take a look at it because the cape will be covering it. And I also want to swap out his gauntlet. My plan was to have the gauntlet on this hand, but I'm not sure. I think it's only designed for that hand. I don't know if I will be able to do a pose with this gauntlet. Maybe. I'll see what I can do. I kind of want to do a pose. him with his gauntlet on. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, so let's do that. Alright, here we go. So as you can see, I got the LED lightsaber on, and the wire you can sort of see, but from this angle, you can't see anything. And it's not that bad. Obviously, I've got my light on still, so it doesn't look that bright, but actually it doesn't look that bad. I don't know, obviously there is going to look very bright, but down here you're not going to notice much. The Sabine one was pretty decent when you turn off the lights. I think green is pretty good for the LED lightsabers. But I got a feeling, or not, I don't have a feeling, so I know for a fact when I turn off the lights, it's just going to be bright around here. So we'll turn off the lights in a sec so I can show you, but first of all, this is my pose. Yeah, by the way, I was lucky. This arm is designed for the gauntlet, so I think it only goes on this arm. So this is the perfect pose to show you, you know, the gauntlet and the LED lightsaber. And yeah, and also the cape in a dynamic pose, which is kind of cool. And I got his legs like that as well. I think that's pretty cool. Not too bad, actually. I do really like what I've got here, actually. Wow, Marrok, you're looking good with that helmet on, man. But yeah, from the back, though, as you can see, this is what the junction cable is. Junction box, sorry. It's pretty cool. I kind of wish we saw Marrok fighting this cape a little bit, but he just took it off before he starts fighting. I don't blame him for taking off the cape before he starts fighting. This cape looks like a very big pain in the butt to do anything in, but yeah, wow, that is cool. Whoa, it actually ain't that bad. Hold up, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it's that bad. When I watch a Justin review, it looks a bit worse, but when I see it in person, these don't actually look as bad. Whoa, okay. I'm actually kind of impressed. It ain't actually that bad. Yes, obviously lightsaber blades are meant to be brighter, but honestly for what we're getting, it's not actually that bad. Let me know in the comments what you think of the LED lightsabers. Like, I'm tempted maybe to use this in my collection now. I don't think I will. Maybe. It depends. I might. I don't know. I probably won't because my final pose is going to be interesting. I'm not sure if I will be able to or see what I can do, but I kind of want to see what an LED lightsaber looks like in my collection. That'd be really cool because it's going to go in quite a dark spot, so it will make a bit of sense for it to be an LED lightsaber. Probably not though. We'll see. Also, those eyes, as you can see, it's quite dark now. The eyes still look kind of grey from here, so I really wish they painted those black. If you are, you know, brave, you probably could paint those eye holes inside black, but I'm not brave enough to do that. Alright, here is my final pose with the cape, and as you can see, I put the LED lightsaber on again, just to add a little bit more interest to the lightsaber blades. And yeah, so yeah, I'll be taking the cape off after this. Also, last time I took the head off, I did notice something to confirm my theory about the pleather around his neck, but we'll talk about that in a sec. Pretty cool pose, as you can see. It's very similar to one of the Hot Toys blogger photos. But yeah, as you can see, it is pretty awesome. He's got his double-bladed lightsaber, as you can see there. He's got his hand out using the Force, and his cape's pretty cool. I really like his cape, actually. It looks really awesome, but I feel like he's going to look a lot more clean and probably a lot better, in my opinion, without the cape on. So I'm quite excited to do my first pose without that on. But yeah, he is looking very, very awesome here in this pose. I do really, really like this. Yeah, honestly, Marrok is a figure I've been waiting for a long time. I'm really excited to get him and really excited for Hot Toys to release him, just because Marrok is one of my favourite side characters in Star Wars, because he just looks super awesome, and he was quite a skilled Inquisitor as well. Just like the Grand Inquisitor. Probably not as skilled as the Grand Inquisitor, obviously, but he definitely is very, very awesome. That medieval armor is just beautiful. You can get the wire hidden quite well. Like this angle here, it's pretty decent, as you can see. I know you can probably feed the wire. I know you can feed the wire through the gauntlet or the actual outfit, but I would never do anything like that. Quickly with the light off, here's what the saber looks like. Yeah, that's really good. As you can see, there's a little bit of light coming in. That's just the natural light coming. I've got some blinds slightly opened as well. But yeah, I actually really like the LED lightsabers. I think when I see them on other people's reviews, they don't look that good. Unless they've made this one better, I don't know. The red ones, that is. But in my opinion, this is awesome. If this is how they've always been, well, they're actually not that bad. But Marrok might have a better LED lightsaber. You never know. But yeah, very, very awesome pose. So yeah, I think that neck piece is made out of pleather. You can tell, yeah. I think that's made out of pleather. Dang it! I thought they. Why didn't they change it to this material? Like, why? I don't. That is something so strange. They just wanted to leave a bit of pleather on there just to annoy Star Wars collectors. Really, Hot Toys? Really? Alright, the cape is off, and yes, he does look a lot cleaner. Basically, he's got one blade ignited, and he's throwing away his cape like that, like he's just taking it off. Yeah, I know he didn't do that in the show, he sort of flipped it off his shoulder, but I find this pose pretty cool. It's similar to a pose off one of the Hot Toys blogger photos, pretty much exactly the same. In the blogger photo, the cape was like just flying out of the way, like it was in midair, I think. I really like this. I'm super glad I like him without the cape on more, because he really looks much cleaner. It is amazing, holy crap. And yeah, I don't have the LED lightsaber on, as you can see, just because the wire would be a bit weird. It'll be quite obvious to see it. Plus, I wanted to show you a pose without any annoying wires in the way. But can I turn it around? It's probably going to fall out of his hands. Yeah, it has. But yeah, very, very awesome pose. Very proud of this one as well. But yeah, very, very cool. This is definitely a really, really awesome figure. If you like Marrok, I would 100% grab this figure. It actually looks pretty cool without the, if I put the cape down here, it looks pretty cool without the cape in his hand as well. But actually it's pretty cool, quite a dynamic little thing there. I like that quite a lot. I don't know why there's a random hand there. Don't ask me that, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, that looks pretty cool as well. Yeah, I like that. Whew, wow, that works. That really works. Oh my goodness. This is an awesome figure, man. I always loved how skinny and, you know, basic Marrok look, and how cool his lightsaber is, and how cool it sounds. And it's just, wow, I love it, man. When I first got him out of the box, let me share you a little secret. When I first got him out of the box, I picked him up, I was like, something feels off. I'm not sure if I'm going to like this figure as much. But my brain was just having one of those moments. As soon as I, you know, stood him up in front of me, you know, my brain was like, yeah, hell yeah, this figure is definitely what I have been waiting for a while from Marrok. Anyway, I actually kind of want to try the LED lightsaber. This LED lightsaber with the swishing blades. So we're going to try and get like a lightsaber pose where the lightsaber is spinning, a bit like what we saw in the Ahsoka show before Marrok got sliced in half. Alright, as you can see, I got the swishing blades in. It kind of looks like it's spinning, sort of, if you think about it. Now, the lights are on. So far, you don't really notice much, but when I actually turn off the main lights, you probably will. But yeah, as you can see, he's looking very awesome. I tried to change his stance up a little bit. I got his leg bent a bit there. I don't know if it's the material or it's the joints being really stiff, but I find it really hard to move his leg joints because, yeah, I think the material will limit range of motion a little bit, the baggy sort of trousers. I think it will, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. That's all right. He looks pretty good. It kind of looks like he's leaning forward slightly. He's got the open palm hand. I really like that open palm hand. It's a bit more dynamic than usual, I think. It might be going crazy, but wow, that is looking really, really awesome with the pose there. Definitely not my favourite pose of the video, but it definitely looks pretty good. We'll turn off the lights in a minute so we can have a little look and see if these swishing blades look as cool as the normal blades do. With the lights on, that is. And yeah, but yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of the Marrok figure and if he is worth getting, because I think he is. If you like the character, he is a side character, so I know a lot of people won't get them. How I do my collecting is, if the figure looks really, really awesome, I will get it. If he's awesome in the show, like Book of Boba Fett, his armor was amazing. The character wasn't written very well in Book of Boba Fett, so but still, I had to get the figure because it looked so good. But Marrok, I think he was really good. He was meant to be a side character, and I know he was meant to be killed off. And I'll be fair, what we got with Marrok, you know, what we got on screen with him, I think it was really good. And we also saw a little cameo of him in the Tales of the Empire as well. Like he just walked in the room, he just saw him for like 2 seconds. But anyway, let's turn off the lights. Okay, not bad, not bad. It could be better, but it ain't bad. Definitely the single blades are better, but it looks pretty good. It kind of looks like at the bottom though, you can sort of see where it's painted. It looks like the blades are swooshing, if you know what I mean. I think that's kind of cool, but yeah, it looks pretty decent to be fair. I do like that. All right, yeah. Okay, not too bad. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have made a decision. I am going to be keeping this lightsaber lit up in the collection, so I'll turn it on here and there. I am posing it next to Darth Vader and the Grand Inquisitor, but the Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber is not hooked up, and Darth Vader's one isn't either. It's only his chest box and his belt, but I think I want Marrok's lightsaber lit up. I think that'll be pretty cool. I might even remove the Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber blade, so it makes Marrok look a bit more unique with his double-bladed saber. Now, my pose was going to be slightly different. My final pose was going to be a little different. There was a pose I was going to do, like on the blogger photos, where his arm is more above his head. But when I looked at it, I was like, it looks a little bit weird in figure form. It'll probably look good if he did it in the show, and I think he did. But I went for something more like this. And by the way, the cape is covering up a little bit of the wire, so I put it there. It's like he's just dropped the cape off his shoulder and it's falling to the ground. You can still see a wire there, but it's really not that noticeable. But look at my final pose. I love it. And the lightsaber, he will lit up, as you can see. It's pretty good. He's crouched down. Yeah, his joints are pretty good. Like, his arm joints are really, really good. Like, you can bend them really easily. His leg joints are pretty good. You just have to push him a little bit. I'm guessing that the suit might limit range of motion a little bit, but I don't think it will that much. And yeah, as you can see, he's just crouched down and he's ready, man. He's ready to do some damage with his lightsaber, but I'm really liking that. I was thinking, well, I've got the Grand Inquisitor with his double-bladed lightsaber with the fully circle, because obviously you don't get the half-circle version with the Grand Inquisitor. You don't see it like that in the Kenobi show. So I was thinking, well, it would be pretty cool if I could. It would be better if I would like pose him with the half one instead. But this makes a lot more sense from that scene in the show where he was really crouched down like this. It reminds me of that scene, and with the double blade, with the full circle saber, I think it makes a little bit more sense in my opinion to this pose. So I might do something with the Grand Inquisitor. I might remove the blade so he's just holding his saber. Might do that. But yeah, honestly, he is looking great, and I think I'm going to be turning off the lights one more time so you can see the lightsaber. So here we go. It's not even pitch black in the room either, because I got my blinds open slightly. But if you can imagine how much better the lights would be with the blinds completely shut. But yeah, it is looking great. My goodness. Moving on to the two irritating and two great things about this figure. So the first irritating thing is, why around his neck is it pleather? Like, as you can see, most of the outfit is made out of not pleather. Like, these are like baggy sort of jeans, as you can sort of see. This is made out of different material as well. So why do they choose to make pleather around the neck? They could have done the same material there, or something else, or even nylon. It might not be pleather. Listen. It might not be pleather. If it isn't pleather, ladies and gentlemen, well, this doesn't matter. I think it is pleather because they try and sneak pleather on any of the Star Wars figures. There's always blooming pleather on the Star Wars figures. Like, I know they're starting to use nylon a little bit in certain figures, like the Darth Vader battle damage figure, which is coming out soon, and also Star Killer as well, which has already been out. That was nylon. So this might be nylon. It may not be pleather. So let me know in the comments if you know. But as far as I know, and as far as I can guess, because I know Hot Toys too well, I am pretty sure it is pleather round the neck. The second irritating thing is, well, if I zoom all the way in, those little grey pieces, as you can see where the eyes should be, or how do I explain this? The holes there, they should be painted black. When we looked in there, when we looked at Marrok's mask, we couldn't see his face through the holes. It was just black. They should be painted black, dark, matte black. Maybe the hole should be a bit deeper so there's some more depth. In my opinion, that should be a lot flipping better. The first great thing is, I love that they have weathered the outfit as well. I love, as you can see, there's a lot of dirt on his baggy jeans. And I think there's a little bit as well of weathering on his arms. I can't tell. Like, I think there is. I think we looked earlier. I think there is. But mostly on the jeans, which I am definitely grateful for. The second great thing is, I'm glad they even made this figure. Like, as you know, Hot Toys sometimes just make characters we see on the screen for like 2 seconds. For example, the Mandalorian sort of Darth Maul troopers, or the young Ahsoka, which we barely saw. I know they sometimes don't make certain characters, like, and I really wasn't expecting them to make this figure. I kind of like was worried. Like, I wanted them to make this figure super badly, but I was like, are they gonna really make it? Like, I was doubting. I was like, I really want them to make this because Marrok was one of my favorite characters in the show, and I was thinking, I don't think they're gonna make him. Like, I kind of did, but I kind of didn't. And when they revealed him like a year ago, I think it was, I absolutely was super, super happy and excited. So yeah, I'm just glad they made the figure. Like, is he perfect? He's close to being. But definitely, as you know, what we've spoken about today, there is some pieces which are a little bit annoying, like the pleather neck. I think it's pleather, and the eye holes, which should be black inside the eye holes. Why is it grey for some reason? Yeah, it looks like there's no life in the eyes, you know. It needs some depth. Although it's never life in the eyes, it was black, but you know what I mean. Just a bonus irritating thing, just in case I got the pleather neck thing wrong. And also, this is not just for this figure, this is for any figure which has an LED light up function. Why don't we get cables? Like, why don't we get free cables with the figure? We get batteries, button cell batteries with the figures when they have button cell batteries, like the Iron Man figures, for example. But why do they never include a USB cable? I don't get it. Like, it's really, really irritating. We should be getting a USB cable with every figure which needs one. It's very disappointing. I have to go and buy more cables in the future, probably, because I'm going to be using another one for this figure. It's very annoying. Anyway, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Also, make sure to check out my Instagram account. Link is in the description. I got my Marrok figure from Toy Buying Agent. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in another review, figure preview, or short.